There's a new solo leveling game in the works called Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive, and it already has a 20GB playable demo on Steam that you can try out for free, but when I looked at the trailer, I had to ask, isn't this just like the mobile game? Officially, it is a separate game, it will not be an update for the mobile game, and after thorough research, it seems like this will be a game you have to buy. It will not be free to play. The people behind the game also confirmed it won't have gacha elements unlike in the mobile game, but I'm a bit skeptical about the way they worded it, and I will explain it a bit later why. The game offers you 4 classes to choose from, and because I wanted to play the game like I was actually the protagonist, I choose the assassin. Just like the mobile game, you have an attack, 2 basic skills which you can change later, 1 QTE skill, an ultimate, but we also got a new block button which you can use to parry most attacks and to launch a counterattack if you time it right. There's also one more bar which after filling up will let you to use Monarch's Awakening. Your character will awaken and become borderline invincible, all your skills will change, and for a limited amount of time you will be able to almost one-shot everything. Besides the 2 hunters that you can pick to assist you, the game also gives you a limited amount of potion. The reason why I had to explain even the basics is because in the mobile game I had 3 major issues with the gameplay itself. The first issue was that every enemy was the same, and the only way the game offered you a challenge was by either giving them more health or putting way too many enemies on the stage, making it impossible to dodge every incoming attack. With the addition of the block button, this won't be a problem. Back then, all you could do was to dodge 3 times, but now you can choose to parry an attack. The second issue was that sometimes the game decided to give you 10 exactly same missions where you had to kill nameless NPCs for a very long time. This issue got fixed by keeping you in the game all the time. What I mean by that is when I started the story at the 20 dungeon raid, it didn't stop until Sang Jinwoo defeated Igris and became a necromancer. Not only that, but the missions got changed. When I was doing the job change quest, there were these statues that spawned to hide some of the undead minions, and some of the bosses actually had a moveset. Nothing revolutionary of course, for example this boss spawned multiple eyes to shoot lasers at you, but that's more than enough for me. And the third problem was the timer. I get that I cannot stay in the dungeon forever, eventually I have to leave, but I felt rushed into the first game. So many times has it been when I wasn't strong enough to finish the dungeon only because I wasn't overpowered, but now that issue is gone. If I'm skilled enough, I can even defeat bosses with close to no gear. If you watched the trailer of the game, you might have seen that you can play co-op missions with 3 other people, and that's exactly what the game offers outside of story missions. You could do co-op missions starting from a quick 2 to 3 minute dungeon up to an actually long one where you had to do certain missions to summon the end boss, but not only that, you could even choose to play as the hunters besides Sang Jinwoo. I've unlocked a couple of hunters, and just like in the first game, when you play a dungeon with them, you have to switch between 3 specific hunters, and that's the choice you're given. You can either do the co-op mission with the main character or with 3 different hunters. And that's the gist of how the gameplay is. Some of these dungeons do feel a bit weird. In this one we summoned a huge dragon that could barely fit in this part, and when I was playing as the hunters, their awakening move literally bugged. I even got stunned. I still don't know how I got unstuck. At the start of the demo, my audio settings also got bugged. I could only play the game with Korean dub, and I talked with a couple of people that played the mobile game, and they are not happy for 2 reasons. The first reason is because their PC cannot handle the game. It has a bunch of performance issues. I'm playing on a GeForce RTX 3060 Ti, and even I had a couple of lag spikes, as you might have already seen on this video. The second issue, however, is something that I can agree with them to an extent. Everything Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive has is what the mobile community has been asking for, and what they got instead is a PC/console game, and they won't even be able to play. And while it might be funny that the mobile community gave them these ideas and they are the ones that get left out, I would probably feel furious as well. With the exception of the community's worry, I would say all of these problems are unimportant. We are playing a demo, and as long as the issues I reported to the developers, they will find a way to fix them, but there's one issue that I don't think they will fix, and that has to do with the character acquisition. You guys remember at the start of the video when I said the people behind the game have decided to not add gacha into the game? Here is how you can acquire characters, and tell me Netmarble won't milk this feature in some way. At the Hunter Association you can draw hunters from the very same NPC that in the mobile game was responsible for wasting all your money on loot boxes. You talk to this girl and randomly the game will offer you 3 random hunters. You have to choose one of these hunters and you can either offer a couple hundred in-game currency to increase the hiring chance up to 40% with the chance that it can fail 3 times, or you can use another currency that will guarantee the draw itself as long as you can afford it. And that's not enough, because right after that there's going to be a cooldown on the hunter draw itself unless you pay with gold. Let me read what they exactly said in their blog post word to word. To fully showcase this experience, we have structured the game so that the hunters and the weapons are not obtained through summoning, but instead through repeated gameplay and accumulated play points. Even if I give Netmarble the benefit of the doubt that neither of the previously mentioned currencies will have any way to be obtained by real money, what are the odds that the currency acquisition itself will be so tedious that eventually they will add a boost to make it faster? You know what? Let's call it the Monarch Pass only for $20. Yeah, I'm not convinced at all. I'm also worried that in the first game when it came to doing the gates and the dungeon breaks, there was a stamina system and you could only do 10 of them a day. The moment I looked at the world map, I was thinking how Netmarble will time gate the missions once again. Negativity aside, the game in its current state is definitely something that you should try. It's free on Steam, and this is probably the only solo leveling content we can enjoy for a while. The developers didn't miss when it came to reliving the story. They pretty much copied over the same cinematics and manhwa panels from the mobile game, and it's still amazing. 99% of the cutscenes in this game are voiced. It is rare that the characters aren't actually speaking, so I definitely recommend the demo. Overall, I think they just need to optimize the game's performance on PC and include everything from the mobile game that's already out. I don't wanna see parts of the story as a DLC. Maybe future ones, I don't mind those, but you're never gonna make me pay for content I have already done. Wait. Did I just give them an idea? Jokes aside, I hope they see this video and take some of my concerns and make this game better, and if I could ask for something personal, then please make it so I can watch the co-op missions as a 5th person. Community features like these are always welcome. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know down in the comments if you think I'm overreacting the hunter acquisition, and if you're thinking of playing the mobile game as well, then check out this video on your screen. Like the video if you've liked it, or press the dislike button twice if you didn't. Take care everyone. Peace!